It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we've got the Vikings' rocket-arm quarterback, your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It will come out to the 25.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of Russell Wilson. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Touchdown, Packers.
Van Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
On first down, Knight firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Knight.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Wilson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
On second down, here's Henry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck.
After review of the play,
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 13 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Back to throw. Knight.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll get this one way just shy of the 45-yard line. How about that? They weathered the storm with a 3rd and 17 to pick
touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the Vikings at 2-8 now in the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losing to 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one goes for 8 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Knight.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Knight. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Holding. Offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Packers now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Henry up the middle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And He'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Completes it again to Gage. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
To throw again is Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now out comes Minnesota.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. And they made some adjustments there.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Knight. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again. Knight. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin with Henry.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive.
Knight. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 22, Wilson slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3.
Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20. As he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break.
Knight. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he goes down, but not for getting us inside the 25. So we reach halftime, and what's
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe inspire the defense to help out as well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Knight. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
It's taking a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And his kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. They didn't play really well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 30.
That's right. Get something together. Time to go to work. Bring it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Wilson will throw again.
A check down here for Henry.
So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
He's got Derrick Henry again. Back-to-back catches.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Operating from the gun, Knight. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Back to throw. Knight setting up the screen for Cook.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the 41, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it, and that'll keep this a 19-point game. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Point after try forthcoming.
Yellow, check white. Black walk, yellow, line.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing after the interception. Knight. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Wide open receiver complete. And he had to cross midfield almost to the throw before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Knight. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. For Kidder here, it's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Knight.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw. Knight. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And the final act of the drive was the touchdown catch by Dalvin Cook.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 1st down. Knight. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Knight.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
Justin Jefferson. A gain of 17 yards. It's 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Cook. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Inside handoff, Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now the 2-minute warning.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Henry. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the ball.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Throwing after the interception. Knight. And now here is another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise...
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did